Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Different, and welcome to Different's World YouTube channel. I hope you all are having a wonderful day like me, and if not, you better be manifesting, planning, and preparing for a better one, because it's surely coming to you all, for sure. If this is your first time checking out my YouTube channel, I truly appreciate it. Welcome, and before you end it all and before you leave, be sure to hit that subscribe and notification button so you can get the latest on what's going on in Different's world. And for those that are returning and my subscribers, welcome back. Happy to have you guys. Happy Monday to everybody out there. It's the third week of October. Man, it's going by so fast, you guys. But hey, that's how it goes, man. Time waits for nobody. So you just got to keep going, keep growing, and keep grinding, you guys. And so this Monday is no different. So shout out to everybody who's getting up, getting out, and get something. Let's get it. And so with this Monday, it's no different. It's going to be, for those, like I said, that are new, it's our Mondays. We do motivational content dropping. And so this one is going to be, I think I'm going to title it The Art of Moving in Silence, or The Importance of Moving in Silence, man. For those that's out there and on a grind and that's been on that grind for a while and has felt those setbacks and those trials and tribulations and taken some, like I said, I don't take my L's as losses. I take them as lessons learned. So when they take them L's as lessons learned, I'm sure those who are out there have learned, that's been in it long enough, or are about to find out the importance or why one should move in silence when they go after their dreams or trying to reach their goals, or so to speak, disappearing or like just dropping off the map and doing what you got to do to improve yourself or sharpening your tools, where you drop off of social media or you're not hanging out with your friends. That's what I mean when I say moving in silence. So for anybody out there wondering, and so I chose this topic because I was looking back on a lot of my struggles and reasons as to why I hadn't made it, or what was taking me so long, or what was it that I was doing wrong. And a lot of the times, in being young and just learning and just growing, I realized, a lot of times I talked too much in the past, and, just letting people know this, that, and the third, and what's about to happen, and not realizing everybody around me that I'm talking and telling, all of my good things to, they might necessarily be happy for me or want the same for me. And so who knows, they might have been speaking against it or praying against it and wishing, bad luck on me, And so I just had to realize within myself that, like I said in previous, posts, everybody is not for me and I'm not for everybody. And so with that being said, I can't go around telling all my good news to everybody, even those that are supposedly my friends and even your family members. You can't tell them every good little news that you got going for you, because they may not be happy for you. They may, not necessarily not happy for you, but just hate good news that, they not receiving, or mad because they not receiving the good news, or feeling like they should be getting their due process. Like, a lot of the time, I ain't gonna lie, coming up, I would see somebody else successful, I would hate on them, and it wouldn't necessarily, I wouldn't hate that person, I would just hate their success. I had a teacher in college, not in college, high school. I hated her, so to speak. Like, I didn't hate her per se, because I always hung around and gleaned to her because I loved her lifestyle. I was jealous of her lifestyle, the way she had came up in a 2-parent home. She got to go to college, she got to travel, had family, had friends, she was pretty. And so I hated this woman, this teacher, but I at the same time loved her because, she had that life that I wanted. And so I had to glean to her, but yet on the inside, when I would be at home, I would be hating on her, or when she would be talking about a trip she was going on one time, and I was hating on it. Like, in my mind, I was like, oh, you bitch. But at the same time, I was like, oh, I want to go. I wish I was you. And so it's like that. That's human nature, And so I can imagine people doing the same to me when I'm talking about, or they see all of the blessings that I'm getting. And so just know and understand, when you going after your goals and you on your grind, you on your come up or your comeback, just know that at times you're going to have to move in silence. You can't tell everybody your business. You can't count your eggs before your hatch. And at times you might have to disappear off the map. You might have to go MIA and sharpen your tools and put in that work. At times when you're talking about, you're going to reach insurmountable goals and people talk against you and they laugh at you, man, and that discourages you, man. That just goes to show, for me and for some others, you can't tell everybody. You have to be quiet. And I've learned along the way the art of being quiet and moving in silence. It works out a lot better when you're focused and you're tuning others out and you're not worried about naysayers and if it's not going to work. You're more confident in yourself, if you will. And so for me, and even with my book, What If? A Controversial Paradigm Shift, I teetered back and forth about telling people or just putting it out there, like just publishing the book and like here it is as a book. But from a marketing standpoint, and as well as just getting out in front of it and telling my family what the book was going to be about, that's why I chose to be upfront and about it. But I did think about moving in silence with the book, but then at the standpoint from marketing, people needed to know. And so you don't just put out a book and say, hey, I have a book. You build up to it. And so with that, I had to tell people about the book and give them a disclaimer that, hey, that it's involving some sensitive content. But in essence, in other aspect, you would still have to, suss out the situation and see it and guesstimate, if it's worth it or not, to tell people, the good news or what you got going on behind scenes. I know a lot of people say, don't count your eggs before they hatch, or, never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. And that's very true, man, because a lot of times it's people out there that's not for you, man. And it's as funny as it may seem, and I have experienced this beforehand, and I know it's others out there, but it be your own family members sometimes, and even your friends, that they proud of you in public, but they hating on you in private. And for some family members, they support you just because it looks bad on them if they don't. And so, and it'd be like that sometimes, and that's okay. You just have to stay focused, know your position in life, and whatever it is that you're going after, the ends justify the means. And so, whether if you have to cut those people off and not dealing with them from that time being, or just, moving around from them, like I said, MIA from them, and not dealing with them until you accomplish your goals and you prove them wrong, then you might have to do that. Like I say, you do whatever you have to, or whatever it takes. Nothing less or short of selling your soul to the devil, or selling your body. That's your choice. If you want to sell your body, you do what you want. But in short of, selling your soul to the devil, you do whatever it is that you have to accomplish your goals and your dreams in life. Because at the end of the day, you got one life to live, and when it's over and done with, that's it. And in the afterlife, if you get there, if there is an afterlife, I believe that there is an afterlife. When you get to the afterlife and you get to look back in your past life, I hope and say, I don't have no regrets of what I didn't get to do. So that's why I'm going for mine. That's why I'm alive now. Because when I die, I can't take none of this with me. All these material things that I'm trying to get now, money, I don't care about no fame. I just want some money. And set my people up. That's what I care about. But when I die, I can't take it with me. And when I'm on that other side, I don't want to leave with any regrets. And so I'm going for mine here and now. And with my goals now, I'm manifesting and I'm speaking it into existence, but know and understand I'm walking a fine line between a lot of the things that I'm talking about and the things that I'm doing behind the scenes that I don't share with you all, because I know that there's people out there that are rooting against me and that are hating on me just because, like I said, it's people out there that are going to love you, and it's people out there that's going to tolerate you. Go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it. You glean to those who glean to you. And so, and we learned, like I said, we learned it from President, 45. He had 75 million people, even after all that he did in those 4 years of being in office, still riding for him and condoning what he did. And so that, again, shows to me, no matter who you are in life, what you're about, what your goals are, what you're trying to present to the public, it's always going to be somebody out there that's going to buy it. So, again, you go where you celebrate it and not where you tolerate it. And with that being said, you guys, I want to also share with you guys, like I said, I don't believe it's just one person you can hear from, it's others out there. And I not only share these resources with you guys, I practice what I preach. I watch these videos just as well. And before I even, put these content videos together, I do my research and I look at these videos and I try to apply these applications and resources as well. And so this video that I'm sharing with you guys, it coincides with the message that I'm trying to bring, movement in silence. And it's from a great content provider, Motiversity. The title of it is, I believe, Movement in Silence, Shock 'em with Success. And excuse me, the speaker, his name is Marcus Elevation Taylor, and it's by Motiversity. So check out the video, the clip, and I'll come back on and I'll give you some more info what's going on in Difernt World, especially what we got coming up November. We have the election going on in Texas, and so I'm really excited to talk with you guys about that. So check out this clip, and then we'll come back. You guys come back, and then I'll tell you more of what's going on in Difernt World. Here it is.
Sometimes you got to take a break from just about everything, disappear, come back, and shock the world. I'm talking to that athlete. I'm talking to that administrator. I'm talking to that nurse, that doctor. I'm talking to that student. I'm talking to that communicator. I'm talking to that pioneer, that inventor. I'm talking to that entrepreneur. I'm talking to that preacher. I'm talking to that person who refuses to stay where they are. I'm talking to that person that doesn't have a problem laying in obscurity, because you know that when you come out of the dark room, all eyes on you. We live in a culture of busyness, distraction, and noise. And sometimes the only way something's going to change is if we disappear. Sometimes you gotta delete the app. Sometimes you have to walk away. Sometimes you have to fall back into the dark room and focus on you. Everybody wants destiny. Everybody wants manifestation. Everybody wants fulfillment. Everybody wants the next level in the relationship and a higher quality of living. But nobody wants to eliminate distractions. Nobody wants to disappear for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and get into a place where you can focus on just you. What if you could just shut out every distraction? What if you could just shut out the world for just a season and focus on you? A man is rewarded in public for what he does in private. Can you unplug for just a moment and focus on you? Focus on what matters. Why are you here? What is your destiny? The reason why you don't see it, the reason why it has not manifested, the reason why you are so frustrated is because you have not been willing to forsake all that you've been called to forsake and to follow through behind closed doors. Sure, you can talk about it. Sure, you can plan it. Sure, you can write it down. Sure, you can go to the conference and hear about it. You can read about it. But at some juncture, you have to disappear and put the work in and come back and shock everybody that doubted you. I'm talking to that man, that woman, that boy, that girl who feels the fire in their belly. It's time for you to shock the world. You may have to sleep in your car. You may have to go without food. You may have to bounce around from couch to couch. You may have to sacrifice like nobody in your family ever has. But can you do it behind the scenes when nobody's looking, when nobody's watching, when nobody understands the measure of passion that you carry? Can you keep going? Don't stop. You're right there. Go through the process in the dark room that prepares us and equips us for the stages of destiny. It's time to get real. It's time to get raw. It's time to look ourselves in the mirror and come to the resolve that this version of ourself is not going to carry us in the stretch. That I've been this version of myself long enough that if I don't change, if I don't do something about this, then I'm going to find myself bankrupt. Some of the most monumental and transformational portraits and pictures that we've ever seen were developed in the dark room. We celebrate athletes and we celebrate critical thinkers and innovators and actors, and we praise them and coin them our heroes, and we follow them by the millions. We love what they do in public, but you don't know the story behind the glory. You don't know the blood, the sweat. You didn't see the tears that they cried, the prayers that they prayed, the countless weeks where they went without sleep to get where they are. One of the greatest tragedies in life is to live and not know why you're living. I'm just wondering if there's anybody here that wants their future, that wants to fulfill their destiny, that wants to manifest, that wants to walk in discipline and determination. I'm just wondering, is there anybody here that's willing to disappear? Are you willing to forsake all distractions? Can you hide yourself in the library? Can you hide yourself in the gym? Can you hide yourself in the boardroom and plan and caucus and do what is required behind the scenes in order to manifest the moment? Can you hide yourself in your books? Can you hide yourself in your closet? Can you hide yourself in the prayer rooms? Can you hide yourself? We have this passion to be in the public eye, but no patience to do the work behind the scenes. Stop telling the world what you are about to do. Steve Jobs once said, "We do not say anything about future products. We work on them in secret, and then we release them to the world." We only have so much real estate in our minds and our hearts. We only have so much bandwidth in our mental capacity. And the more distractions, the more delusions, the more negativity that we allow to take up real estate in our hearts and in our minds, the less energy we have to fulfill the call, to fulfill destiny, to manifest the idea. Everything that you think about, that you meditate on, everything that has to your attention has to be worth your time. So now it's time to navigate and do an appraisal of everything that's in our life, everything and everybody in our life. Time to do an appraisal and ask them this question: are you worth my time? If you're not, it's time to unplug. Time to unplug. Time to unplug. I'm just wondering if there's anybody that can hear my voice right now that has come to the end of themselves and they are willing to eliminate distractions. They are willing to delete social media apps if they have to. They are willing to walk away from everything that is distracted, everything that has diluted your devotion and your determination, every disease and dysfunction and disorder that has pulled you from destiny after you have heard it, after you have received it, after you have written it down, after you have spoken it once. Do what is required to manifest it into reality. If you can see it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. Stop telling everybody what you're going to do. Stop telling everybody what your next move is, and just disappear and do the work that is required. Don't be bitter. Don't be frustrated. Listen, just remain faithful behind the scenes. Promotion is coming. Stages and opportunities are being prepared right now as you sacrifice in secret, as you put the work in the dark room, as you do what is required to hold in your hand what you see in your head.
When no one is there to affirm you, when nobody's there to validate you, when nobody is there to agree with you, you build in the dark and you announce it when it's finished.
right, everybody, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that clip as much as I did. The moving in silence, shocking with success. And that speaker Marcus, man, he was speaking the truth. You guys got to focus on you and kill all those, those naysayers and just turn a how did he say it? Deaf ear to Valonia's word. That's what my boy Q-Tip said. You just gotta, turn it on mute and don't worry about what people say, and then move in silence and just pull up on them and shock them. That's one thing I used to do when I travel. I never tell people, I'm going here, I'm going there, because for one, I know people hate on me, and that comes off as bragging and making it look like I'm better than others, and I'm not. And so what I would do is just pop up on a timeline with my pictures, in different countries, and here they go. Oh man, you here, there, you in a different country, and here and there. And so that's also, the importance or the art of moving in silence is you hit them with the unexpected. The element of surprise will always be your number one trick in your bag when you're moving in silence. They never see you coming, and they never know what to expect with you. And so that's how you keep people on their toes about you and keep them wanting more and guessing, and keep them, in curiosity about you. And so that's one of the perks of moving in silence. And I hope you guys put it in your bag as well, and just take that to know, and take mental note of why you should move in silence. As well as, I didn't get a chance to say this, make sure you guys check out Motiversity and subscribe to their YouTube channel. I want to make sure I give them some clout. I don't just want to hijack the video. I want to give them some credit as well. As well as, you guys, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys out there on your grind, like I said, either on that grind like come up like Cardi B, or they come back like Robert D. There is no more in between. And so for me, I'm on my grind every day, every minute, every hour that I can. And with that being said, you guys, make sure you go to my website and check out my book. I'm going to right here, see this right here. Y'all see that? My book, Difference. What If? A Controversial Paradigm Shift. Again, it's a book that's written to encourage and inform thought-provoking conversations about injustice and systemic racism in America. And I've done this through graphic and provocative illustrations to get the conversation started. And so again, be advised, it's intended for a mature audience. And so if you can't take this type of heat, then do not bother coming to the kitchen. But if so, be sure to head to my website, differenceworld.net, as well as you guys can check me out on my other social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as subscribing to my YouTube channel. You can also book me for any type of motivational speaking events you would have, any grassroots conversations you'd like for me to be a part of. I am free of charge as of now, and so book me while you can at my website, differenceworld.net. As well as what else we got coming on in Difference World, you guys. We got some more content coming up with you guys. We have the early voting just started here in Texas, and so I'm excited about that. And so I'm going to be bringing you guys some content on that, as well as tomorrow is our social awareness content. So I know I've been saying it, but I'm finally going to drop it. My Confessions of a Former Foster Kid is dropping, you guys. I promise you, tomorrow it's dropping. I'm dropping it for sure. And then just keep coming with the girl and come back and check and see what else I got going on. Wednesdays we have podcasting. Thursdays just did my pop culture, dropped my first one with the Woman King. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And so my next one, I think I'm going to do Hocus Pocus 2. Man, that was well worth the wait for 30 years. And so I'm going to be doing a movie review on that, you guys. What else we got going on in Difference? Well, I don't know. Come and learn. Just keep rocking with you. Come back. That's why you got to subscribe. Hit that notification button and come and learn and see what's going on in Difference World. And then that's what you would know, yeah? But before we get out of here, you guys, real quick, let's do a mental health check, because that's very important here over here in Third Eye and in Difference World, mental health awareness. And so with that being said, you guys, anybody out there going through any type of mental anguish, being depression, bullying, anxiety, even feeling suicidal thoughts, just know that it is okay to not be okay, but do not sit there and not be okay. Go get help. Be talking to a therapist, family member, a friend, getting on some psychotic medication, whatever the case may be. Do whatever it is that you have to do to free yourself from that mental bondage, so that you do not go off the deep end, or hopefully take nobody with you. For those that may need any type of mental resources, always be sure to do your own research and check your own local listings. But for those who may need these available resources, the crisis hotline is 1-800-273-8255, or you can text or call 988, or you can text 741-741. For those who prefer it, you can also go online to mentalhealthishealth.us, or you can go to, for those that are outside of the U.S., encounseling.com. Again, it's spelled ENCOUNSELING.com. Or again, just like I said, do your own research. Again, it's on you. You're the captain of your own ship. You decide where it goes and where to navigate to steer it. So just take back your power and free yourself from that mental bondage. And again, just know that it's okay to not be okay, but never ever sit there and not be okay. All right. And so with that being said, you guys, we're going to close out this vlog on a good note. And just hopefully you guys, like I said, take heart to what I said, the art of moving in silence, and just killing all the naysayers and not telling all your business and counting your eggs before they hatch. The importance of that, and it's one way to get things done and to reach your goals faster, is to not tell everybody your business. And so move in silence when it comes to moving and going towards yours. And when you do that, you got to make sure you manifest, plan, and prepare for whatever it is that you want in life, and then it will surely come to you guys. Different Swirl, come and learn. Peace.
What if?
What if in 1619 Africans started dealing in slave trading?
The tables were turned around.
What if they kidnapped millions of Englishmen, women, and children from their homeland and brought them to America on a slave ship?
What if a controversial paradigm shift is a book written to inform and encourage consistent, thought-provoking conversations about injustice and systematic racism in America through graphic but provocative illustration? What if provides a different perspective by detailing controversial deaths and events as four categorized paradigm shifts: historical, political, precedent, and hypothetical? What if? A controversial paradigm shift by author Difernt. Go to differentsworld.net.